Chosen one, we've all been there, haven't we? We've all felt the weight of the world on our shoulders. That moment when everything seemed to turn against us. When the people we trusted, the ones we thought would be our biggest supporters, turned their backs and walked away. Rejection, betrayal, the feeling of being left behind, forgotten, and insignificant. They told you that you weren't enough, that you didn't have what it takes. They laughed at your dreams, belittled your vision, and crushed the very essence of your potential with their words. They doubted your abilities, questioned your purpose, and made you feel like you were just a drop in an ocean, insignificant and invisible. But let me tell you something, chosen one. That wasn't the end. That moment, as painful as it was not the final chapter of your story. No, it was just the beginning. A beginning you couldn't see back then, because all you felt was the sting of rejection and the crushing weight of disappointment. You didn't know it, but everything you went through was just part of your transformation. Every single moment they tried to diminish you, every time they made you question your worth, you were being shaped, sculpted into something greater than you could ever imagine. Even in the darkest places, something was growing, chosen one. Something deep within you was being nurtured, even when the world around you seemed barren and empty. Just like the seed planted in the earth, it may seem like it's buried. You may feel as though you were surrounded by nothing but dirt and darkness. But beneath the surface, in the quiet stillness, growth is happening. The roots are pushing deeper. The foundation is becoming stronger. And though it may not be visible right now, something extraordinary is taking shape. They underestimated you. They thought you were weak, that you'd crumble under pressure. But they didn't know who you were. They didn't know the strength that was quietly building inside you. They couldn't see the potential that you carried, because they were too busy focusing on your flaws and mistakes. But that's okay, because the seed doesn't need the approval of others to grow into a towering tree. It doesn't need anyone to believe in it, except for itself. And now, chosen one, you are standing on the brink of something extraordinary. The time has come for you to rise. The time has come for you to show them, and the world, who you truly are. The seed that was once buried in the dark is now pushing through the surface, reaching for the light. And with every step you take, you're getting closer to your true purpose, your true power. They tried to bury you, but they couldn't keep you down. You were always meant to rise, and rise you shall. Absolutely. Here's a lengthened and expanded version of the paragraph, keeping the spiritual, motivational tone intact. So, chosen one, I want you to take a moment, and I need you to really sit with this. How does it feel now, knowing that the very things they tried to use to break you are the very things that will fuel your rise? Every single rejection they threw your way, every setback, every moment they told you no, every time they made you feel small, those things were not sent to destroy you. No, they were sent to prepare you. They were sent to build a strength in you that no one could see at the time. But now, as you look back, you can see it clearer than ever. Do you realize it now, chosen one? The rejection wasn't a sign that you were not enough. It was a test, a lesson in strength. The setbacks weren't a way to hold you back. They were setting the stage for something far greater than you ever imagined. Every time they told you that you weren't good enough, that you would never make it, they were actually laying the groundwork for your transformation. Each no was a stepping stone, pushing you closer to your destiny, teaching you the lessons you needed to learn, and preparing you to become the person you are meant to be. And now, let's be honest with each other. This moment, this very video, isn't just about overcoming what they've done to you, as painful as it may have been. No, chosen one, this is about seeing the beauty in it all. The very things that try to tear you down are the things that have actually shaped you. The strength you've gained wasn't born in the light. It was forged in the fire of rejection, in the struggles that seemed impossible to bear. And now, you stand here stronger, wiser, and more powerful than ever before. Are you ready to fully embrace this? Are you ready to understand that every time they thought they were burying you, They were only planting the very seed that was destined to grow. The truth is, they had no idea what they were doing. They thought they were putting an end to your dreams. They thought they could silence your voice and crush your vision. But they didn't realize that they were giving you exactly what you needed: space to grow, challenges to overcome, and tests that would sharpen your willpower. And now, here you are, standing tall, standing strong, with a power that is undeniable. Now, Chosen One, let's take a deeper look at it. Let's peel back the layers of what they did, and let's see the truth behind their actions. Let's see how, even in their attempt to crush you, they unknowingly contributed to the very force that will fuel your rise. Because the truth is, they never truly understood the power within you. But you do. And it's time to step into that power fully. It's time to rise and let the world watch you shine. It doesn't feel good, does it? The sting of being rejected, the ache of being left behind, the emptiness that comes when they tell you that you're not good enough, that your dreams are foolish and your worth doesn't matter. We've all felt it, the painful weight of not being seen for who we truly are. It cuts deep, doesn't it? And in those moments, it's easy to believe that maybe there's something wrong with you. Maybe, just maybe, you aren't good enough, or maybe you're just not meant for success. But I'm here to tell you, Chosen One, that this rejection was never about you. Let me say that again. This rejection was never about you. I know it feels personal. It feels like a direct attack on your spirit. But what if I told you that rejection wasn't a punishment, but rather your first lesson? Yes, a lesson, a test that's part of the process. You see, rejection is not something to fear. It's not something to run from. Instead, it's the universe's way of pushing you to understand one powerful truth: your worth. Understand this truth, Chosen One. Rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their perception of you. It's their limitations that keep them from seeing your greatness. The truth is, the very things they rejected in you, those dreams, those talents, that vision, they were the things that made you different, that made you special. And just because they couldn't see that doesn't mean it's not real. They couldn't understand what was inside you, and that's okay. They weren't meant to, but you are. And in time, they will see what you always knew deep down. They'll see that you were never meant to be ordinary. You were meant to be extraordinary. Their rejection is just temporary. Your rise is inevitable. And one day, when you are standing tall, when you've made your mark on this world, they will look back and they'll realize what they missed. But by then, you'll already be shining so bright that they won't even matter. Keep going. Keep believing. You are worthy, and they will see it in time. Now here's where it gets powerful, Chosen One. When they walk away, they're actually setting you free. It may not feel like it at the moment, but in reality, every person who rejects you is giving you the opportunity to break free. They're giving you the space to free yourself from their limitations, their doubts, and most importantly, their expectations. We often hold on so tightly to those who reject us. We try to convince them, we try to change ourselves to fit into a mold that they have created for us. But what if I told you that by holding on, you're only keeping yourself chained to the very things that were meant to hold you back? It's not easy to let go. I understand that. It's painful. It's difficult. You want to hold on to those who have rejected you, the ones who made you feel like you didn't matter, the ones who told you that you were not enough. You want their approval so badly because it feels like without it, something is missing. But listen closely. Letting go is your path to freedom. It is your liberation. You see, those people, those who doubted you, who left you, who rejected you, they are not meant to be a permanent part of your journey. They were there for a season, and when that season is over, it's time to let them go. Rejection becomes your liberation, Chosen One. It becomes the catalyst for your growth. It is the moment when you realize that you don't need anyone to validate your existence, your power, or your purpose. The rejection was never about you. It was about them not being ready to see your greatness. But you're ready. You've always been ready. And now, as you let go, you step into your true power. You step into the freedom that comes from knowing that your worth is not determined by the opinions of others, but by the infinite potential within you. You are free. You are unstoppable. And now, you can rise without anyone holding you back. What's the most important part of this lesson, chosen one? It's the shift, the moment when your perspective changes, when you stop seeing rejection as something to hurt over, and you begin to see it as something to be thankful for. I know that may sound strange at first. How could you possibly be grateful for rejection? How could you feel thankful for the pain of being turned away, of being dismissed, of having your dreams overlooked? It doesn't feel good in the moment, I know, but I want you to understand something very powerful. Rejection is redirection. The pain you felt, the heartbreak, the doubt, it wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to mold you. It was meant to strengthen you, to build you up in ways that would not have been possible had everything gone according to your plan. Rejection was necessary. It was part of the process, part of the journey to becoming the person you were always meant to be. The universe didn't take those opportunities away from you because you weren't worthy. It took them away because something even more powerful was waiting for you on the other side. The truth is probably not. You wouldn't be the person you are today if you hadn't been through that rejection. Those closed doors didn't stop you. They didn't break you. They built you. They built your strength. They built your character. They built your resilience. Without them, you wouldn't have had the chance to grow, to evolve, to find your true power. Rejection didn't diminish you. It enhanced you. It pushed you to go deeper, to find what was inside you all along. The strength, the courage, the perseverance that was hidden beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to emerge. So, chosen one, when you look back on all those moments of rejection, I want you to say, thank you. Thank you for the doors that closed, for the people who walked away, for the moments that felt like defeat. Because they were not defeats. They were divine redirections. They were God's way of guiding you toward your true purpose, your true path. And now, as you rise, you can see it clearly. The rejection was never about you being unworthy. It was about you being too great for the path you were on. Now, you're ready for the path that was always meant for you, and your rise is unstoppable. They try to bury you, didn't they? They tried to keep you down, to push you into the shadows, to silence your voice and diminish your spirit. The whispers, the betrayals, the disappointments, they all worked together, trying to bury your light. They wanted you to feel small. They wanted you to feel insignificant. But here's the truth they didn't know. They didn't know who you were. They didn't understand the power that resides within you. They didn't understand that you were never meant to be buried. You were meant to rise. When you were in the darkness, when you felt like everything was against you, that was the time you were being prepared. Every trial, every obstacle, every moment of pain was not there to destroy you. It was there to strengthen you, to fortify you. Just like a seed needs to be buried deep in the earth to grow, you needed to be in that darkness to grow into the greatness that was always meant for you. The darkness wasn't your enemy, chosen one. It was your teacher. When they thought they were burying you, they were actually creating the perfect environment for your growth. They didn't realize that the very thing they were trying to use against you was the very thing that would fuel your rise. They didn't understand that God's plan for you was bigger than their efforts to keep you down. Every setback they threw at you, every harsh word, every betrayal, was simply preparing you for the light that was about to come into your life. No matter how deep they tried to bury you, you couldn't stay hidden. You couldn't stay buried because you were destined to grow. And now, chosen one, as you rise from the ashes, you will show the world who you really are. The very ones who tried to bury you, who tried to silence you, will be the first to witness your ascension. They will watch as you rise higher than they ever imagined, and they will realize that they could never keep you down. Your light is too bright, your spirit is too strong, and your destiny is too great. You were never meant to be buried. You were always meant to rise. And in that darkness, chosen one, you began to realize something, didn't you? It was like a quiet awakening. At first, it was just a flicker, a spark deep inside you. You couldn't see it clearly, but you could feel it. It was there, buried beneath all the pain, beneath all the hurt. In the silence of those moments when the world turned its back on you, you started to feel something shift. The deeper they buried you, the stronger your roots began to grow. The more they tried to silence you, the louder your voice grew. You see, chosen one, you are a warrior, and your strength was never meant to come from the light. Your strength was born in the darkness, in the moments when no one was watching, in the struggles that no one saw, in the battles that you fought when no one else believed in you. While they thought they were breaking you, they were actually strengthening you. In the stillness, you began to tap into a power that was always there, waiting for the right moment to surface. The darkness, chosen one, was not your enemy. It was your training ground. It was where you were being shaped into the powerful force that you are today. In those quiet, lonely moments when it felt like you were losing everything, you were actually gaining something far more valuable than anyone could see. You were gaining the resilience that would carry you through the toughest of times. You were gaining the strength that would allow you to rise above every limitation, every rejection, every betrayal. And in that silence, you began to realize your true potential. Now, chosen one, the world is about to see it. The world is about to witness the power that was always inside you. The very ones who tried to bury you, who tried to drown your voice, will be the first to see how much you've grown. They'll see the power you've developed in the shadows, the strength you've cultivated in the silence. They will see that nothing could keep you down, because the more they tried to break you, the more they tried to bury you, the more you grew. Your roots grew deeper, your voice grew louder, your spirit grew stronger. And now, as you rise, your power will shine brighter than ever before. You will walk into the light not as someone who was defeated, but as someone who was refined and empowered by the darkness. You will show the world that you are not just a survivor, but a warrior, a force that cannot be stopped. The power that was always within you will be undeniable, and the world will see it for what it truly is. They couldn't bury you, they just helped you grow. And now, chosen one, it's your time to rise. You see it now, don't you, chosen one? You see the truth that was always there, waiting for you to discover. Every moment they tried to bury you, every time they told you you weren't enough, every time they tried to push you into the darkness, it was all preparation. You didn't see it at the time, did you? You didn't see how those moments were shaping you, molding you into the powerful being you are today. But now you understand. The stronger they tried to push you down, the higher you were destined to rise. They thought they were defeating you. They thought they were breaking you. But they were only helping you grow, helping you become the force you were always meant to be. Look at you now. Take a moment and really see it. You're not just surviving anymore. You are thriving. You're not just getting by, struggling to make it through each day. You are standing tall. You are radiating with the power that once felt so far away. Your light shines brighter than ever. Your confidence is unshakable. Your spirit is unbreakable. They can't take that from you anymore. Because what they didn't know is that when they tried to bury you, they were only planting the greatest force the world would ever see. They didn't understand that the more they tried to bury you, the more they were feeding the fire within you. Every rejection, every betrayal, every painful moment was adding fuel to your spirit. Now, chosen one, it's your time to shine. The world is waiting for you to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Rise up, because now they have to watch you. They have to watch as you move forward with confidence, as you step into the greatness they never saw coming. They thought they could silence you. They thought they could keep you hidden, but they were wrong. The more they tried to bury you, the more powerful you became. And now that you are rising, there is no stopping you. So, chosen one, rise up. Stand tall in your truth. Stand tall in your power. They've seen your struggles. They've seen your pain. but they have never seen the full force of your light. It's time to show them. You've earned this. You've fought for this. Now, they will witness your rise. And when you stand in your power, shining brighter than they ever imagined, they'll know the truth. You were never meant to be buried. You were always meant to rise. And now, it's happening. It's your time. I know it hurts. I know you're tired, chosen one. I know you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. The struggle, the pain, the heartache, it's all real. It feels like a heavy burden, doesn't it? There are days when it feels like it will never end, when the pain feels like it's too much to bear. And in those moments, you might wonder, why does this have to be so hard? Why do you have to go through so much just to get to where you need to be? But let me remind you of something. Chosen one, growth never comes without pain. Transformation never happens without a little discomfort. This process you're going through right now, the one that feels like it's breaking you, it's actually making you. You are in the process of resurrection. You are not being destroyed. You are being reborn. And though it may not feel like it, this pain, this struggle, is exactly what needs to happen for you to rise into your full potential. You see, when a seed is planted in the ground, it's buried. It's in the dark, buried beneath layers of dirt, and it's a lonely, difficult process. But the seed doesn't stay buried. It struggles. It pushes through the soil. It fights against the weight of the earth above it. But that's how it grows. That's how it transforms. And just like that seed, chosen one, you are growing. You are pushing through your struggles. You are rising from the darkness. And though it may be painful, it is leading you to a place where you will flourish like never before. Growth isn't pretty, chosen one. It's not neat. It's messy. It's uncomfortable. It's not quick. You might not see immediate results, and you might feel like you're stuck in the same place, like you're fighting an endless battle. But listen to me, it is worth it. The transformation that is happening within you is worth every ounce of pain, every tear you've shed, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt. Because every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, is a step closer to the person you are meant to be. It's a step closer to the life you are meant to live. And let's not forget, you are not alone in this. Yes, the pain is real, but so is your strength. Yes, the struggle is heavy, but so is your will to keep going. You have survived everything up until this point, and that's not by accident. Every battle you've fought, every heartbreak you've endured, has prepared you for this moment. And though it doesn't feel good right now, this is the process. This is the necessary path to your resurrection. You are being shaped, molded, and refined into the person you were always meant to be. So, take a deep breath. Trust the process. Trust that every challenge you face, every painful step you take, is leading you exactly where you need to go. Your resurrection is near, chosen one. You might not see it yet, but you are rising. And when you do, you will stand stronger than you ever imagined. You will stand in your power. You will stand in your truth. And all of this pain, all of this struggle will be worth it. Trust that this is not the end. This is just the beginning. Sometimes, chosen one, you might find yourself in a place where it feels like nothing is changing. You're putting in the work. You're pushing forward with everything you have. You're showing up every day, doing what needs to be done, but it feels like you're stuck in place. Your progress seems slow, as if the world around you is moving faster than you are. You start to wonder, is anything happening? Is all of this effort worth it? I know how it feels. It's frustrating. It's discouraging. You might feel like you're stuck in a waiting room, just watching the clock tick by, waiting for something to happen, waiting for your moment. But I need you to hear me clearly, chosen one. This waiting period is not wasted time. This moment of stillness, this feeling of being stuck, is actually part of the process. And while it may not feel like it, this is when the universe is working hardest behind the scenes. It's when things are being aligned for you, even though you can't see it yet. Sometimes, you might feel like your dreams are too far away, that your rise is too distant. You may want to rush things, push harder, force the doors open, but I'm here to remind you, chosen one, don't rush the process. The journey is just as important as the destination. Don't let impatience make you feel like you're not moving forward. You are moving forward, even when it doesn't feel like it. Just because you can't see it yet doesn't mean the work isn't happening. You might not see the seeds sprouting in the soil, but trust me, they're growing. The roots are being established, the foundation is being set, and all of this hard work, all of this waiting, will pay off in ways you can't even comprehend right now. Think about it like this. When a pot of water boils, it doesn't do so instantly. It takes time for the heat to build up, for the water to reach the right temperature. You can't rush it. If you try, it will never boil. The same goes for your dreams. You can't rush the process. You have to let things unfold in their own time. Everything is happening exactly as it should, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. Every day you keep going, every day you keep believing is a step closer to your rise. So, chosen one, trust the process. Trust the timing of your journey. Even when it feels like you're standing still, know that you are moving forward. The universe is aligning everything you need, and it's doing so in perfect timing. You're not behind. You're not stuck. You're exactly where you need to be. The waiting game is not about stagnation. It's about preparation. It's about making sure that when your moment arrives, you're ready to step into it fully with everything you've learned. And then chosen one, it happens. One day, out of nowhere, everything shifts. You wake up, and it's as if the world is different, as if something inside of you has been unlocked. You can feel it in your bones. The energy around you changes. It's as if the universe itself has aligned with your purpose. The weight that you've carried for so long feels lighter. The fog that once clouded your mind starts to lift. Your vision becomes clearer, sharper, and suddenly, you know exactly where you're going. You know exactly who you are. All of a sudden, you realize this journey, this struggle, this pain you've endured, it wasn't in vain. It wasn't pointless. It wasn't just a series of unfortunate events. It was preparing you for the greatness that's coming. Every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, every setback, it was all part of the process. You begin to understand that those moments weren't meant to break you. They were meant to shape you. They were meant to sharpen you, to strengthen you, to forge you into the person you were always meant to be. You may not have seen it at the time, but now you do. Every challenge you faced was a stepping stone, a lesson, a tool that was being handed to you to help you rise. You were never meant to stay down. You were never meant to remain in that place of struggle. You were meant to rise. And now, the pieces are falling into place. Now, you can see the bigger picture. All of the hardship, all of the pain, it was leading you to this moment, the moment of realization. This chosen one is the turning point. This is the moment when you realize that your resurrection is near. Everything you've endured, everything you've overcome, it was all for this. It was all preparing you for what's next. The work you've put in, the faith you've held on to, the strength you've shown, it has not been in vain. It has been the foundation of your rise. Now you know you are ready. You are ready for the next chapter. You are ready for the opportunities that are about to unfold. You are ready to step into the person you were always meant to become. This is your time, chosen one. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The process you've gone through wasn't designed to break you. It was designed to help you rise. And now it's happening. The waiting, the struggle, the pain, it has all been building up to this. Your resurrection is unfolding right before your eyes. The old you is no longer the person you are. The new you, the empowered, confident, and unstoppable version of yourself is stepping into the world. Trust it. Believe in it. The work you've done, the lessons you've learned, and the strength you've gained, it's all coming to fruition. You've earned this. You've fought for this. And now you are ready. Your rise has already begun. What does it mean to be chosen? Being chosen one, is not about being the best. It's not about having the most talent or being the most popular person in the room. No, it's about something much deeper. It's about knowing that you have a unique purpose, a calling that the world desperately needs. You were not chosen because you were perfect, because you were flawless, or because you fit some ideal mold. You were chosen because you were strong enough to carry the weight of the mission ahead of you. Now, it's time for you to embrace that purpose. You weren't chosen by accident. You were called for this moment. And it's time for you to step into it fully, to own it with everything you have. There are people waiting for your light, waiting for your truth. There are souls who need to hear your message, see your strength, and feel the power of your rise. You have been equipped for this journey. You have everything you need within you to fulfill your mission. Being chosen is about more than just stepping into your purpose. It's about standing firm in that purpose. It's about standing firm in your truth, no matter how hard it gets. No matter how much the world tries to tear you down, no matter how many people doubt you or misunderstand you. Being chosen means walking your path, even when it feels like you're walking alone. It means doing what you know is right, even if it's not the popular choice. It means continuing to rise when the world tells you to fall. This journey will be challenging. There will be moments when you question your strength, your purpose, and your path. But I need you to remember this. You were chosen because you can handle it. You were chosen because you are strong enough to carry the weight of the mission, no matter how heavy it feels. You were chosen because you are capable of greatness, even if others don't see it yet. The world may not always understand your journey, but you don't need their approval. All you need is the knowledge that you are exactly where you are meant to be, doing exactly what you were called to do. So, embrace it. Embrace being chosen. Embrace the path that you're walking, even when it's hard. Stand tall in your truth. Walk confidently, knowing that every step you take is one step closer to fulfilling your purpose. You were never meant to follow the crowd. You were meant to lead it. Deep inside, you feel it. Don't you, chosen one? That quiet, persistent voice that echoes in your soul. It's a calling, a whisper from within, reminding you that you are destined for something greater. You've felt it for a long time, haven't you? That tug at your heart, that urge to do more, to be more. It's as if there's something deep inside you, something divine, that refuses to be silenced. That's the power of being chosen. This calling is not just a random thought or fleeting wish. No, it's the voice of your soul, guiding you toward your destiny. It's a voice that has been there all along, always guiding you, always pushing you to step into your greatness. And no matter how many times you've tried to ignore it, to silence it, it never goes away. It's a voice that has been embedded into your very DNA, a reminder that you were made for something far beyond what this world can offer. This inner calling is a gift, a blessing. It's a whisper that tells you to rise, to break through the limitations, to be the person you were always destined to become. It's the light within you that no darkness can ever extinguish. And now, it's time to trust it. It's time to follow that voice, to step forward with confidence, knowing that you are walking the path that was always meant for you. And now, chosen one, the time has come. You've waited for this moment, perhaps not even fully realizing it, but deep inside, you always knew it was coming. Your time is now. The world is watching, and they're seeing something they never expected. They're seeing you rise. They tried to bury you, to dim your light, to hold you down. They questioned you. They doubted you. They laughed at your dreams. But what they didn't realize is that the more they tried to bury you, the stronger you became. They couldn't stop you, could they? No matter how hard they tried, you kept moving forward. And now, as they watch, they'll realize something they never knew. You were always meant for this. You were always meant to rise, to stand tall, to claim your place in this world. The time has come for you to step into your full potential, to show the world who you truly are. The journey you've been on, the pain, the setbacks, the doubts, none of it was in vain. It was all part of the plan. This is your moment, chosen one. This is the moment when you rise, when your light shines brighter than ever before, when you step fully into the person you were always meant to be. Now it's time to own it. Rise up and let the world see the power of someone who was chosen. This is your time, and nothing will stop you now. This is your moment, chosen one. This is the moment you've been waiting for, the moment the universe has been preparing you for. You've been through the fire. You've walked through the darkest storms, through the battles that no one saw, through the pain and the heartache that tried to break you. But look at you now. You are still standing. You are still here. And more than just standing, you are rising. No one else can do it for you. No one else can walk this path for you. It's your journey, and now is your time to step into it fully. You are not meant to be a spectator in your own life. You are meant to be the creator. You are meant to take charge, to own your power, and to embrace the greatness that is already within you. So, what are you waiting for? This is your time, chosen one. Claim it. Embrace your power. Embrace your destiny. The world has been waiting for you to rise, and now you're here. Now, it's time for you to shine. You have everything you need to succeed. Your rise has already begun, and there is nothing that can stop it now. The storms are over. The fire has purified you. You are ready. Now it's time to claim what was always meant to be yours. The future is yours, chosen one. It's been written, and now it's time for you to step into it. The world may not have understood your journey. They may not have seen the strength you carried within you. But now, chosen one, you stand at the threshold of greatness, and the future is yours to claim. There was a time when they rejected you. There was a time when they tried to bury your dreams, tried to silence your voice, tried to make you feel small. But look at you now. You're not the same person who once doubted themselves. You are no longer the one they rejected. You are the one who has risen. You are the one who has walked through the fire and come out stronger. You are the one who has faced every challenge and come out victorious. The person you are becoming, the person you always were meant to be, is undeniable. There is no stopping you now. You've already proven that you can overcome anything, that you can rise from the darkest of places. And now, you get to step into your future with confidence, knowing that everything you've been through was just preparing you for this moment. The world may have doubted you, but now they will watch you rise to heights they never imagined. Your rise is not just for you, chosen one. It's for everyone who has ever been overlooked, rejected, or misunderstood. Your future is a beacon of hope for those who are still walking their own path, still struggling to find their way. And now, it's time to embrace it. The future is yours. The best is yet to come. You were never meant to stay down. Never. They may have tried to bury you. They may have tried to break you. But the truth is, you were always meant to rise. You were chosen not because of your perfection, but because of your resilience, your strength, and the greatness that flows through your veins. You were made to stand tall, to overcome, to defy the odds. And now, chosen one, it's time to rise. So, rise now. Rise with confidence because you know who you are. You know the power that lies within you. You know that the trials and the pain were simply stepping stones on the path to your victory. You have already won. The battle was never about whether you would rise. It was about how high you would soar once you did. And now, you're about to soar higher than you ever imagined. This is just the beginning. You're just getting started. The world is about to see what happens when they try to bury the chosen one. They will watch in awe as you rise to heights they never thought possible. The same people who doubted you, who tried to stop you, will now be forced to witness your greatness. So rise. Rise with the confidence of knowing that your victory is already secured. Rise with the power of your truth. And rise with the knowledge that now, the world will see what happens when they try to bury the chosen one. You rise, and let them watch. Chosen one, this is your moment. They tried to bury you, to make you doubt your power, but they didn't realize who you were. You are not just surviving, you are rising. And now, nothing can stop you. The tables have turned, and you stand tall in your truth, claiming the greatness that has always been within you. Keep rising, keep shining, and let your light blaze brighter than ever before. The world will watch as you fulfill your destiny. You were chosen for this. Your time is now,